Imagine this. You're having a great hyper-focused coding session with OpenClaw, then all of a sudden you get this. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can stack multiple free Gemini API keys in OpenClaw so you never have to pay for models again. We'll be using OpenClaw's own native configuration called model failover. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Okay, so first, let's begin by explaining what model failover actually is. OpenClaw's failover consists of two stages. Stage 1 is the auth profile rotation. This happens within your current provider. So let's say you have multiple Gemini API keys. First, we use key 1. If key 1 gets rate limited, we rotate to the next key. So now we're on key 2. If that key gets rate limited, we go on to key 3 and so on. Once all of our API keys get rate limited, we move on to stage 2. Stage 2 is model fallback. If stage 1 fails, meaning all of your Gemini keys are exhausted for one particular model, OpenClaw will automatically switch to a different provider/model. For example, if we started with Gemini models, in stage 2, we would go to a different variation of that model or a completely different provider of a model. If this is confusing right now, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and that's going to help us understand it better. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you guys how to actually do this. The first thing we're going to have to do is go to our auth profiles.json. In order to do that, we first press Command Shift period, and this is going to show you all of your hidden directories. Once you do that, we're going to go over to .openclaw directory. Okay, from here, we're going to go to our agents folder, our main folder, and we open the agent folder again. Here, we're going to see the auth profiles.json file. We're going to double click on it, and that's going to lead us to here. This file is what contains all of your API keys, so make sure you don't share this with anyone. As you guys can see here, I've already been implementing my own trick. I have multiple Gemini API keys here, and I'm going to be adding a new one just so you guys can see how to do it. Okay, so first we'll be going to Google AI Studio. From here, we're going to go to the sidebar. We're going to click on Projects, Create New Project. We're going to call it OpenClaw 1. Create project. Okay, we're going to go to API keys, create API key. You're going to make sure that the project you just created is selected. In my case, it's OpenClaw 1. We're going to name this key OC1, create key. And again, this key is a secret, so make sure you don't save it with anybody. I'm going to click copy key. We're going to go back to our auth profiles.json file. Okay, and here we're going to create a new profile. So we're going to be adding a profile under the profiles section. We do that by going over here. And the first thing we have to do is give it a name. So we're going to call this Google default 11. And then we're going to add in our curly brackets. The type is going to be an API key. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, let's just add it this way. And then we're going to have to give it the provider, which in this case will be the Google. Okay. And now this is where you input your key. So we're going to type key here, here, and within the quotation marks, we're going to paste our key. And again, make sure you don't share that with absolutely anybody. We're going to save that right there. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're not done yet. Now we have to open up another one of our files called openclaw.json file. Okay, so we're going to go back to our directory, back to our OpenClaw directory. In our OpenClaw directory, we're going to open it again. And we're going to go down here to openclaw.json file. We're going to double click on that. And this is going to lead us to this file. Okay, here we have to do the same thing. We have to add in the profile that we just created. Okay, so we're going to input the name that we just created. In my case, it was Google default 11. We're going to add the curly brackets. Okay, our provider again, it's going to be Google. We're going to put the mode. The mode is going to be the API key. And remember that the API key is already saved, so we don't even have to worry about it. We're going to save this file, and now we're going to set the order that we want our API keys to be called in. So here we're just going to add our new API key profile on top, and I'm just going to tab this in, and there you go. So now this is the order that the API keys will be called in. Okay, perfect. That is stage 1 done. Now we're going to move on to stage 2, the model fallback. It's going to be in the same file. All you guys have to do is scroll down and look for the fallbacks array. If you guys don't have this, then just go ahead and create it. You can copy and paste exactly what I have. And if you guys don't know which models are available, you can go to the Google Gemini website, and that will give you the latest model availables. As of the upload of this video, these are the current models that are available. Now, I need you guys to understand something. The way this works is that OpenClaw is going to exhaust the API keys for the first model, and then it's going to move to the second model, and it's going to exhaust all the API keys. Then it's going to move to the third model, exhaust all the API keys, and then the fourth model, and so on. So this essentially is going to maximize your usage with the models. And remember, this is all for free. You can add as many API keys as you want. Sometimes if you create too many API keys per Google account, you will get limited. But all you have to do is create a new Google account. There's no limit on the amount of Google accounts you create. So in other words, you can get as many API keys as you want. The important part is that you configure it correctly. So right here, my primary model is the Gemini 3.1 flashlight preview. And then these are my fallback models. So after this model gets exhausted, it's going to go through the rest of my models, and you have to make sure that you put it under the models section as well. You only have to do this part once, unless there's a possibility that some of these models might become deprecated, like these old models. Or if a new model comes out, then you can also add it here. So just be mindful of that. But OpenClaw does a pretty good job at telling you if a model is deprecated or not. Another thing, let's say that you want to use a different provider for your fallback. You have to make sure that you have an API key for that provider. So for example, if you want to use Claude or GPT 5.4, then you have to make sure you have an API key configured for that. Now, there's a few important things I want you guys to keep in mind. Cooldowns. When an API key gets rate limited, there's a cooldown period where you can't reuse it. You have to wait until the API key gets recycled back before it can be used again. Another thing, if you want to force OpenClaw to reevaluate which key to use, you have to use the /new command. And beware, there's a known issue where model fallback doesn't always trigger on 429 errors, aka rate limiting errors. Make sure you keep your OpenClaw up to date. And that's pretty much it. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more OpenClaw deep dives. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.